Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Undead Unluck episode number 18 reaction. So the previous episode we got to see the remaining part of the battle between Billy and everyone else, and it ended in a interesting way. Like nobody really won or lost because by the end of it we were able to get Apocalypse back with us. However, the round table has been taken by them, and Billy has said that, oh, before before the quest results come in, I'll make sure to get it back. So technically they will be doing all the missions. However, at the end, before they're able to complete it or do something, they need both Apocalypse and the round table back. So Billy needs Apocalypse back while we need the round table back. I think something like that. So yeah, that's what's happened. However, a few interesting things came out in the previous episode. First of all, we got to see Apocalypse showing like some visions of something, where we got to see Billy fighting together with the Union and everything. I personally think that's like some kind of parallel world or time travel thing going on over here. Not really sure which it is, but that's what it indicates at least. That was that, and obviously Tatiana faced off against Billy by the end of it, and all that stuff. And there was a few other things that I kind of thought about Billy's ability, how it works and stuff. I kind of talked about it in the previous episode. Not really sure if I'm correct or not. Let's wait and see. And I'm guessing we'll get to know when the anime itself explains what his ability is in a proper sense. So yeah, let us begin then. This is episode number 18. Yeah, so I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this is Juice. Oh, Juice said that she wants to talk to everyone. Okay. Huh. Yep. Oh. Oh yeah, the arc, whatever that means. Hmm. Okay. What? Oh my god. Okay, shut up. What the hell? They just interrupted his whole tantrum with the opening? Okay. Yo, there is some parallel stuff going on. Literally in the opening, they're hinting that the pages. That's literally a symbolism of parallel worlds. Like like the different pages, they're showing different scenes. I'm pretty sure that's symbolism of parallel world. So I guess it's not time travel, but parallel world shenanigans. Let's see. Like the opening has so many spoilers now that I'm looking and understanding and everything. Like I literally understood that scene now. That paper scene, bruh. Huh? Right. Yeah. True. Hmm. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Policy regarding. Yeah. One we have to capture. Three we have to destroy. Oh no, wait. If all quests are not filled up. Oh yeah. Revolution. Oh no. Oh, this is the other one. Okay. Okay. Wait. What? Did she say that? Oh my God. We didn't know that. Yeah. So she wanted Galaxy to be added. Okay. Or something like that. Without our intervention. Yeah. After saying that, she didn't. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, they knew each other. Like, sunset. Hmm. Yeah, that would mean that she's also that much old or something. What? That was another thing that I was thinking. Yeah, this is the second time that happened. To know of galaxy. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he did ask which year. And, oh, I just remembered that he did ask that as well. That's why he was asking. Day of the week. There you go. Wow. Okay, that is crazy. Hmm. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Well, yeah, it's pretty. It's parallel world basically. Arc. Okay, yeah, this thing. So arc is that like some kind of a? Oh my god. Sorry about the noise. You answer a question from me. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's on a loop. Okay, so I guess parallel. Right. So okay, I was partially correct. I thought it was time travel, but okay. Constant cycle of destruction, remove. Right. And okay, so wait a minute. So Nico also didn't know about that. I thought Nico. Yeah. Exactly. Yes, of all the other previous loops. So you can say it is like some kind of a parallel world in a way. In that sense, it does, like resemble a parallel world thing. Like different loops means different things happening. The history of mankind. Yeah. Mm. And obviously, Billy was one of them. Victor was one of them. Billy has now left. Victor obviously is within Andy. I thought Nico was also in on this. I didn't realize that Nico also doesn't have. Okay. Yeah, maybe because some kind of an artifact or something. Altering the memory. Wait, wait, wait. Wait a minute. Wait. So, find out about the loop. I've been using Arc to experience it. Wait. What? I need to come back here and read this section. Okay. So she's using Arc to experience it firsthand. What does that mean? Wait a minute. Using Arc to experience it firsthand. Right. Ragnarok. Physically destroyed. And then what happens? Like it loops again. Like it goes back to okay. Okay. So they tried that as well. Hmm. Oh, okay. A new planet will be formed by God. Ah. Oh my God. Wait, what? Oh, that is crazy. Damn. Okay, wait a minute. So, hmm, yeah. Yeah, that is true. I never thought about that. Yeah, that is true. How was she able to do that? When from the moon separate from Ajameter, how Ajameter is formed. Yeah, right. Okay. Do I? Yeah. Remain the circle of the. Yeah, because it's consistent. You cannot really like. Yeah, because Victor. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. One thing. So yeah, like not that, but yeah. I'm what? So did Andy come in this time? Also, Arc is like a time. No. Okay, there you go. Billy, obviously, I'm pretty sure Billy was there, and Victor. Or wait, I thought Billy was as well. Oh yeah, that is true. Oh, that is true. Hmm. Just stood there. He was just living there. Yeah. Okay, so Victor just stays there and Juice loops. That is crazy. Okay, so Billy probably got to know about it later. Okay. Two ways to avoid the rules. You must either die or could. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so all the people that Juice meets, since it's looping, she meets them again and she recruits them again every single time, I'm guessing. Yeah, so it leaked. So she didn't know it from the beginning. Okay, okay, it got leaked somehow. What? Oh, hmm. Okay. What the? What is that? Stone. Unbreakable. There you go. Oh, I just realized the thing that Apocalypse is in now is an artifact, isn't it? Chikara's just. Wait, shouldn't we all get promoted? Billy isn't here. Oh my god. Yeah, and everyone can do it. Yep. Neutralization of spring, neutralization of summer, capture of autumn. Yeah, and this, neutralization of winter. Right. Hmm. Location of the around table sun. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, however, the way he wants to do it is in a more rash way. Like, okay. Hmm. Right. Can they made their own progress? Okay. What? Who can question past and ooh, penned by a certain artifact. Oh, okay. Hmm. What? Hello? What type of time is this? Why did they end it like this? Couldn't they just show us the book? What the hell? These cliffhangers are just not even like, oh, they just ended it. Bruh. They could have, it's like 1 second it would have needed. Nope. Oh god. Interesting. This episode was, oh, okay, I have to like go through this episode step by step. There's a few things I feel like I kind of got correct, but a lot of them were incorrect because I thought that Billy was one of the people that knew about this whole thing going on. But turns out he isn't. I don't, I even thought that Nico knew about what's going on because I just assumed that. I don't know why, because he seemed like someone who knows everything. But turns out it's only Victor and Juice, and it has like a proper explanation. Juice uses the arc, and Victor just stays there because he's undead. That's why, okay, it makes sense. Right. What else? I'll go back. I have to. like go through this episode step by step. Quite a few things that was revealed. Okay. Right. So that is it. Preview. Okay. That is it. Um this episode. So what happened is we got to know quite a few things, a lot of things, and right. So first things first. So they aren't looping. However, the world is looping. Okay, one thing I just realized here. It's not that they are looping. It's that the world is getting destroyed and getting created again. And wait, so wait a minute. So wait, one thing I don't understand. So Juice is using the arc to wait. What's okay? This part is a bit confusing to me. Just a minute. Let me go back. Okay. Uh, right. So Juice says that it, it is in a constant cycle of destruction and renewal by God's hand, time and time again. The union is an organization I created to put a stop to that. Okay, so okay, I don't understand why they're calling this a loop. It's not really a loop, is it? It's getting destruction, it's getting destroyed and it's getting created again. That's not really a loop, is it? This is kind of confusing me because what Juice explains is that the world is getting destroyed and God is creating it back again. Yeah, I guess if you see it in that way, it does seem like a loop, but it isn't because the fragments of the previous Earth is literally staying there, so it's not a loop. Like are they like saying this is a loop just so that it's simplistic enough for us to understand? Because it's not a loop. This is what is confusing me. Like, is this a loop or is this isn't? Because it seems like what I don't understand is like what is Juice using arc for then? You know, like what is she using it for? I don't understand that. I can understand Victor just staying there because Earth has gotten destroyed and he hasn't died because he has undead with him. That's why he just stays there and waits for Juice to come back. That I can understand about Victor. I don't understand what like if this was a loop, I could understand that Juice is using it to loop back, but it isn't a loop. So like what? Okay, the world is repeating the same events. So okay, wait. So they're talking about the events being on a loop. Is it? It's not that the Earth, like the world, is on a loop, but the events that are happening that are on loop. Okay, I couldn't really tell since they were all fragmented, but the images of the artifacts are being from before things were recreated. Right. Okay, correct. All those scenes that we saw. Okay, it is the history of our no. It's the history of my inadequacy leading to defeat. Okay, that is precisely why I assembled them all encountered over the course of countless deaths stronger weapons and warriors. The Union, okay. Negators capable of killing God. Okay, one thing I understand. So the world is not on loop. It's getting destroyed and getting created back again. One of the biggest reasons why I can say the world is not on a loop is because literally they explained that the fragments of the previous Earth are there. If it's on a loop, that wouldn't happen, you know. So the Earth is not on loop. The Earth is getting destroyed and getting recreated again. Destroyed, recreated. The events happening is on a loop. So like imagine this, the world is here, it gets destroyed by Ragnarok. Everything that happened in that world throughout that whole throughout when world was alive, um everything that happened after getting destroyed and after God is making another world, events are getting recreated again. The same thing is happening, you know. So the world is new, however, the events happening is on a loop. So I'm guessing like every single person who was born on that earth, who lived their life and who died, all of them are getting born again, and exactly the way they are living their life is on a loop. So if someone was born and they decided to go to school and then become, I don't know, like a doctor or something, and then after, when Ragnarok happened, they died. In this new world, the exact same thing is going to happen. They're going to be born, they will be a doctor, and they will die, unless someone from the outside who has previous knowledge of these loop comes and intervenes in that, in that the way that's going to happen. So basically, since Juice has the memories, for example, let's just think about like a certain scenario where Gina was there somewhere, and like, because first things first, we need to understand Juice and Victor were the first two people. So I'm guessing, I don't know how, but somehow Juice, the first time that Juice used the arc to go back, maybe she found that Victor is just there in a destroyed world, just standing there, and Juice probably was like, "What the hell? How are you here?" And Victor said that, "Oh, I'm undead. That's why I don't die. That's why I've literally been standing here from when the world has been destroyed." So Juice was probably like, "All right, I have the memories from the past. I know what to do. Let's form a group." So Juice and Victor formed Union. Both of them were the first two members. I'm guessing, these are all speculations. I'm guessing this is how it went. They formed Union. And they decided to do these quests and everything. And in one of the quests, maybe, they were able to find out that, what's her name? What was Gina? Unchanged, wasn't it? Yeah? They were able to find out the location of Unchanged. They went there, helped her out with her stuff, recruited her. So we have three members. The world gets destroyed again. Juice loops back. Victor is there. And this time in the new world, Juice is like, okay, I have, obviously, since she has the memories of the past, I know where to find Gina out, where to find Unchanged. Let's go and recruit her the first thing. So they immediately probably go and recruit Gina somehow, helps her out with her stuff. And now we have three members. And then in one of the loops, they probably find out maybe about someone else. For example, Nico, for example. They've somehow found out about Nico, and they were able to get him. And then after the world got destroyed, this time Juice has the memory of Nico as well. So she was like, all right, let's get Nico as well. This is how she expanded her group, every single loop, one after the other. So because everything is supposed to be looping, like I said, unless and until someone who has memories from what has happened from the other loops, unless and until someone like that comes and intervenes, their life will go on in a normal way. If someone comes and intervenes with it, yeah, then it will change. That is why the different that is why like those different scenes we saw, Juice probably took different decisions on different loops. I'm calling it a loop, but like I said, it's not really a loop. The events are just looping, And in that sense, since Juice is interfering, it's not really a loop. But like the way it's supposed to go, it's like supposed to go like that. If Juice doesn't intervene, it's going to keep going like that. Every single thing is going to keep happening like that. World will be destroyed. But the thing that is changing everything is Juice with her memories. She's and Victor as well, because he also keeps his memories, I guess, because he's literally just there. So them coming and intervening in these loop, they're predetermined what's going to happen, one after the other. Since they're interfering, things are changing. So in this final loop that we saw, not final loop, but the loop that is happening now, this was probably the loop where they were able to find Foucault. That's my guess. So before this, all the other loops, Foucault probably just jumped from that building and died. That's it. However, this time somehow, maybe one of the quests aligned in some way. That is why, what's her name? Juice was able to find Foucault out. And they were like, oh, go kill Foucault, something like that. And they told him, and Andy came and ended up no, and Andy like ran into her, and then they ended up joining Union. So due to certain way the whole situation went, they ended up recruiting both Foucault and Andy. This is probably the loop where this happened. Up until now, it went in a different way probably. Like I said, Foucault probably jumped and died in all the other loops because that is how it was supposed to go. Like I said, unless and until someone comes and intervenes, somehow making the whole situation go into a different path, it's going to keep continuing in that way. And because of Juice's decisions and the different changes that she's bringing to this world every single loop, things are going in a different manner every single loop. It's not really continuing in the same way. So something like that, I guess. I don't know. Like in visual novels and stuff, you play a game in a certain way. Like in games where choices matter, you play in a game in such a way, and if you don't interfere in any way, it's going to go in the same way over and over and over again. But if you're like, all right, you know what, let me just load the game from this particular scene and choose this option instead of that option, if you do that, it'll change. So it's supposed to go in the same way over and over again, but if you go back and change something, it will change and it'll go in a different direction, and it might end up in like a bad end again, and then you're like, all right, you know what, maybe I should have chosen this option, and you go back again, and Juice is trying to do that. Juice is trying to find the best option to get like an ending where they're able to kill God, but she's not able to. She's keeping on loading the game over and over again, trying to change the options that she's choosing so that she can reach the end where they can kill God, but she's not finding it. So she's keeping on doing that. Something like that. There you go. So I hope I'm correct about how I'm understanding this. This is how I understood this section. Now a few other things that I just assumed, but turns out it was wrong. Number one, Nico. I thought Nico had his memories. Nico and Billy, because Billy knew about what is going on. That's why I thought Billy also knew about it. So I said in the previous video that, oh, I think Juice, Victor, Nico, and Billy have the memories. Turns out no. Nico doesn't have the memories, neither do Billy. Billy knows about this because this whole information was somehow leaked, and Nico really didn't know about anything. I just assumed that Nico knew about everything because, like I said, looking at him, he seems like someone who would know everything. But turns out probably not. But yeah. And it makes sense because as we got the explanation, how they're keeping the memories is because Juice is like, somehow looping using the arc or whatever. And Victor is just there, staying there, kind of like that. Right. Okay. So there you go. That is what's happening here. Now, okay, let me go. Let me keep reading. So Andy asks, like, we all negatives have no idea what's happening. We don't have memories. How do you have? Titan is like, we should be aware of the world before it changed. Why don't we remember it? Okay. For a moment, I was a bit confused here. So Apocalypse says, altering the memories and culture, like said before, altering the memories and cultures of all non-negators. Oh, I just realized this part is a bit difficult to understand what's happening. I just realized something. Oh my god. Like, oh boy, this is, like I said, this is a bit difficult to properly understand. The reason why only Juice keeps her memories, because she is a negator, and she is not dying and being born again. When you're born, you don't have any powers. You're a non-negator. That is why your memories are getting altered. Since Juice is just continuing her run over and over again, she's not really dying and being born again. She keeps being a negator. That's why she keeps keeping her memories. I don't know, like this was, I probably wouldn't have understood. While reacting, I had no clue what the hell was going on here. Because, like, I was like, okay, like, I don't understand why, like, Juice particularly is keeping her memories. It makes sense now. Because once you die, you're getting born again. And when you're born, you're a non-negator. We need to remember they're not really being born with the powers. They're being born, they're going through a little bit of their life, then they're getting that power. So technically, when they die, they're literally resetting with like being a normal human. And when you're a normal human, you don't have the memories. It's getting resetted since you're a human. That's why they have no memories of anything. Unlike Jewis, who's not really dying, she's using the arc to somehow go back. It's like something's happening, and she is still the Jewis that we know. She's still a negator. She keeps being a negator, and that is why, since she's a negator all throughout, her memories are not getting altered. She's keeping her memories. I think that's what's happening. Altering the memories of cultures of all non-negators. Yeah, all language have now been unified to English. Yeah, like Mui as well, like her memory were resetted about the language, as you can see. Right. That is why they showed that scene. I was like, okay, I feel like they're trying to imply something by showing this scene. While reacting, I wasn't able to understand it. But now that I'm coming back and looking into it, I think I understand. So that's why. Um, Even with Chikara, as you can see, like nobody remembered besides Chikara. Since Chikara became a negator, you know, he was immune to the memory reset. That's why he was so confused. Like, what's happening? Why is everyone speaking English? You don't remember about, like uh, the language that we were speaking, our native language, like our mother tongue. You don't remember that? What's happening? Why is everyone speaking English? Because everyone's were non-regators. Their memories got reset, unlike him. Okay. Mm, Here we go. Like, Top literally says that. I wasn't able to wrap my head around what he was trying to say. But it could be something from before we were born. There's no way we would know if we never knew about it to begin with. Exactly. And like I said, since you are born as a non-negator, you don't keep the memories. Like you're literally dying and you're being born. And when you're being born, you like everything is reset. Even your memories are reset. Right, so they kind of explained it. Like I said, with everything happening, I was able to wrap my head around what they were trying to say. So I was so confused here. Okay, right, I understand this part now. Okay, the reason why Juice keeps her memories. Okay, there are a number of ways to find out about the loop. But as for me, I've been using art to experience it first. And now this is the part that I really don't understand. What does she mean by the sentence, I've been using art to experience it firsthand? Like, is arc like a television with a videotape in it? Is she like literally going to the arc and pressing play and looking at what's going on? Is it something like that? Because I don't understand what she tries, like what she means by saying I've been using arc to experience it firsthand. What is arc even? I don't even understand that. What even is arc? Like, is it like I said, it's like a television, like you literally see what's going to happen? Is it like this? Or is it like I don't know, like the word ark kind of seems like, whenever she's saying ark, it literally reminds me of Noah's ark, like that's all I'm thinking about. So is it something like that, like because as soon as she's saying ark, that's all that's coming to my head. Noah's ark, that's it, nothing else. I'm not able to picture what ark can be. She's saying I'm using ark to experience it firsthand. I don't even understand what she's talking about, because I cannot imagine what ark is. Unless and until I can imagine what arc actually is, I won't be able to understand this. Okay, so Andy's like, can you give us proof? It's crazy how nobody asks her what the hell is arc. Nobody actually asks her that. Like, come on, guys, like at least ask her what is arc. Like, what is it? Is it like a small thing? Is it a big thing? What is it? I'm not sure if it will serve as a proof, but I will describe how this world will end and begin. So here we go. Juice here explains, like gives her proof. So, okay. Right. I'm going to read this whole section because, like I said, while reacting, I wasn't able to pay attention to a lot of things that I probably missed. So, I'll start with how the world will end. The planet and all life will be physically destroyed by God's hand. There you go. Okay. physically destroyed. So will God like crush it? So yeah, it's literally going to get blast. Everything will just go boom, blown to literal bits. Not even flying to space will save you. So I'm guessing she's probably tried that as well. Failed. Are you saying everyone is going to die? Indeed. Okay. Then a new planet will be formed by God. So there you go. It's not like Earth is looping, Earth is getting destroyed and getting reconstructed back. It's the events that are looping. Sometimes fragments of the old Earth will remain around the new Earth. Yeah. And that is what Foucault calls down the meteorites that unlock summons. And it is crazy to see that she actually explains that did you never think that before the galaxy was added, how were you able to bring down meteors? It wouldn't make sense. That is why, before galaxy even existed, you were doing this. So those were fragments of Earth that you were calling down. Okay. Right. From when there were only Earth, the Moon, and the Sun, you were summoning them before galaxy was added, correct? Yeah. But then Foucault says that I was taught meteorites formed when the Moon separated from the Earth. That's what she was taught. So, wait, so they were taught that Moon was a part of Earth, so it separated from it? Okay. So I'm guessing in school, yeah. There we go. We can see the origin of meteorites. How were meteorites formed? And she's smiling. So wait, so that was like a like a misconception she had, or like that's like a lie they made up or something. Jewish somehow, like it was in the books. Okay, if you examine what makes up a meteorite that falls from your unlock, we'll be forced to conclude. Oh, okay, there you go. So yeah, we'll be forced to conclude from its absurd makeup that the Earth has once shattered. Yeah, true. And the meteors are getting attracted. Okay. And she's like, I'm sorry, but that's all I have for saying the word looping. And then she talks about how she's looping. How can she explain it? And she's like, oh, you have a mole right in the back of your right ear, right? And right. And they're like, yeah, it's true. When did you see it? She's like, I know it's a major offering of proof, but there aren't anything that remain the same from the previous. Yeah, that is true. It's only Andy that is the same because he's undead. That's why it makes sense how this can serve as a proof. Well, she knows about it. Will this serve to convince you? Foucault's like blushing. And Andy's like, calm down. It's from before. Like, I wasn't involved. It wasn't me. It was Victor. Victor and you were mighty close, right? It's ancient history. Okay. Okay. So, Foucault says the world has been repeatedly getting destroyed. Everyone died. And by using this arc thing, Miss Juice has been the only one able to travel to the next world in line. Okay, so arc is something that helps her go to the other world that has been created. But one thing I don't understand is, oh, I see. I was thinking like yeah, when Earth is getting destroyed, Andy is just there. Not Andy, but Victor is just there. How does he go to the new planet? Because he'll literally be floating in space, wouldn't he? And since he cannot die, like oxygen, without oxygen, he cannot even die. He's just going to be there. So I was wondering, how can he just be in the other planet? I am guessing that Juice probably after the world gets destroyed and is just there flailing around in space, and Juice in Ark. I'm guessing Ark is like a little vehicle or something like that. Maybe I don't know. Like in Ark goes and picks and Victor up and puts him in Ark as well, and then both of them go to the new world or something like that. Is it? I don't know. Wait, so okay, this is so confusing. I don't understand one thing. Is like for example, Foucault says that using this arc thing, Miss Juice has been the only one able to travel to the next world in line. Okay, here we go. And yeah, Juice kind of says literally after that, I wasn't alone. Was there someone else? Yeah, it was Victor. Right. Okay. So here's the other thing. I was under the like I don't know. I just assumed that Ark was like a time travel machine or a parallel world moving one from one parallel world to another parallel world moving machine, something like that. Maybe Ark is just a vehicle. I don't know because I cannot see like this is not like a this is not really parallel world or time travel. It's something like that. It's not like that, like because the reason why is that what is looping is not the whole situation. What is looping is the events on Earth. So Jewish is literally coming out of that, and world is getting destroyed, another world is created, being recreated. Juice is just there in Ark. She picks up Victor midway and goes to the new planet and probably keeps Ark somewhere. And then when the world is getting destroyed again, she boards into Ark before it gets destroyed, obviously, boards into Ark, grabs Victor, puts him in the Ark as well, or something, and then goes to the new world. So Ark is not really going through time space. It's like Ark is not really going through time, or going to a parallel world or anything like that. It's like a vehicle or something like that, which helps her from relocating from the destroyed world to the new world that is being created. So, okay. And it's like she means me. No, she means Victor. What do you mean? If the loop destroys and reconstructs the planet, then even if everyone else dies, I won't. Yeah, which is true because he's undead. So, okay, he explains. Okay, where's that part? Okay. Basically, Jews used the Ark, and Victor, he's been living in this world ever since the rule of death was added. Oh no, wait, I realized another thing. Wait a minute. Even if the world ends, I won't be able to die. No, wait, I don't understand one thing. Wait. What I'm not understanding is that Victor says, Andy says, he's been living in this world ever since the rule of death was added. Which means even if the world ends. Okay, this part is a little bit, I don't understand one thing. So what I'm not understanding is like since world is getting destroyed and is being recreated, is it being recreated in the same place? Like I was thinking it was getting destroyed and was getting recreated like a little bit in a distance or something. That's why Jews needed the Ark to go from like one world to another. No, but like the reason why I thought that is because the fragments of the world are just there. So wait, what is happening here? The Earth is here, is getting destroyed like this, getting scattered, and these are all the fragments floating around. The new Earth is getting created at the same place, I'm guessing. And then how does that happen? Like, does it just appear? No, obviously not. It won't happen like that. So somehow it's being created. How? Okay, so yeah, you know what? There's still a few things that hasn't been clear in this episode. Like most of it has been cleared up, but there's a few things. Like I said, for example, so this is what I'm guessing what is happening. Like one thing I still don't understand is like, so is Victor like just staying there in the same place? But how would that happen? Because Earth is getting destroyed. It's in fragments. How can Victor just stay there? It's in fragments. How does that work? I don't understand that. You know, that is why I was saying that, oh, maybe like Juice is getting Victor midway, putting him in the Ark, and then going to the new world. Because like I could understand if the world is just getting, is just like, ending and then being recreated again, I could understand that Victor probably could stay on the dead Earth and wait for it to get recreated. But that's not what's happening. They explained how Earth is literally getting shattered into pieces. Earth doesn't even exist at that point. So I could understand if Earth was just dying, Victor could stay there in the same Earth, wait for it to get recreated again. I could understand that. And Juice was like using the Ark. I could understand that. But what I don't understand is that how is that possible if Earth is getting shattered? If it's shattered, the Earth doesn't exist completely. Where is Victor then? Is he in space, flailing around at that time? And then when the new Earth is created, how is he going to the new Earth? Is he like flailing around in space and he's like, oh, there's the new world. Let me just like, like flail around and go to it. Is that what's happening? Obviously not. Like, I doubt that's happening. So that is why I thought that Juice is using Ark to pick him up and take him to the new world. This is another thing that I'm not understanding. Like, I understand that he's not dying, but how is he going to this new world? If the Earth is literally being destroyed, like in shatters and pieces, how is he going to the new world? Is Juice taking him in the Ark? Or how, like, this is not clear to me. At least not now. Maybe they'll explain it in a better way later on. So yeah, but the main thing is clear to me, which is, Juice is using Ark to go back, not go back, but she's using Ark to go to the new world and repeating the. Then another thing I'm thinking, why is Juice not dying? Like, why is she like? She's a normal human being, isn't she? Didn't she die for old, in old age? Why is that not happening? Because, like I said, this isn't really a loop. It's that maybe I'm misunderstanding something. Because what I'm understanding is that the events in the Earth is at loop. If that's the case, and Juice is somehow able to get away from it, then shouldn't she die because of old age? Or maybe because, like he said, that death, like Andy said, before the rule of death was introduced to the world. So obviously death was also a penalty, I'm guessing. Up until a certain time, death didn't exist, so people just lived, I'm guessing, up until the end. And then, as a penalty, death was introduced. Something? Not really sure. There's still so many questions I have. Oh boy. Okay, two ways to avoid the rules. You must either die or kill God. Yeah, there you go. Right, and then she explains like Billy's like the whole thing probably got leaked. Billy knows about it, this and that, all that stuff. Okay, so there you go. Right, so that was the section that I wanted to check out, and like I said, I think I understand most of it, but there's so many things that I still am not clear about. For example, I'm still not 100% clear about the fact that what Juice is doing with Ark. What does Ark do? They haven't really explained it properly. I'm guessing they'll do it later. She just said that I'm using Ark to go to the new world. How does that work? Like what is Ark even? Is it like a vehicle or is it something else? What is its speciality? That. Another thing that like I said, I don't understand and it's not clear to me is like, how is Victor going to the new world? Because if the world is getting shattered, like what's happening? He cannot just stay there. He'll be in space. How is he going to the new world? Is Juice taking him with her to the new world, or is that what's going on? Like, that's another thing. A few other things, like I said, if this isn't really time travel or parallel world, it seems like something similar to parallel world, but it isn't parallel world, because God is destroying and recreating world. Like, it's not really like, it's not really like a parallel world or anything like that. It seems like a parallel world, because new Earth is being created, and the happenings over there would be going in the same direction unless and until Juice comes and intervenes and changes the future. So in that sense, yeah, it does seem like a parallel world. However, it isn't. So then how is Juice able to be still alive? Shouldn't she be dead long before because of old age? But then again, I'm guessing that has something to do with the penalty death or something like that. I don't know. Like all these things, I'm not really still clear about. Um. Oh boy. But anyways, I feel like they'll like like explain it in details in the future, in a better way. Like we'll get to know everything little by little, I'm guessing. This is just like a little teaser to to what's going to come, and like we're going to go to the details in the future episodes, maybe. Right. So yeah, I'm just going to stop thinking about it now, like because I feel like what we understood from this and what I understood from this is way more than enough to keep continuing to watch this show. I'll probably understand everything, even though there's a few things that I'm still unclear about. You know. Um, right. Now here's the thing: do not spoil, please. Like like if there's something that I'm not understanding that isn't really spoiler, you can explain that in the comments. But if these will be revealed in the future episode, please do not spoil. Because I really want to keep myself spoiler free, especially for this show, because it has so many interesting things. So yeah, like there you go. So yeah, I understand most of the things. Still a few things are unclear, but it's fine. I'm sure they'll be explaining it eventually, or I'll understand it automatically, little by little, as I keep watching this. Mm. And I feel like getting a first-hand experience will probably make me understand this so much better. If Ragnarok happens somehow here in this anime, and we see this whole recreation process, I'm pretty sure I'll probably understand everything properly. Because as they say, like like unless and until get see it firsthand, and I'm just listening, I'm just hearing everything from Juice. I'm not really seeing what's happening. So if that actually happens, if the anime shows that, then I'll probably understand it way much better. you know so for now, let's just wait for what's going to happen. And then obviously the final section is where Juice talks about like a book or something. What? Okay, wait a minute. I want to check out the legitimacy of a book. So she says there's a chance that the pages of the book in question hold the past and future events of this world as penned by a certain artifact. Wait, so I first thought the artifact was the book. So no, the artifact is the pen. What? Okay, wait. There's a chance that the pages of the book in question, okay, the pages of the book in question hold. Oh, so the page of the books in question holds the past and future events of this world as penned by a certain artifact. Artifact is the pen. The pen is writing something down in that book, which gives us an understanding of the past and the future events of this world. You're right. And since Billy has rebelled, not even I know what route here is for. Oh, so the book will hold the answers to it. Like, so the pen is the artifact that's writing down the past and future, while the book is just a book, I'm guessing. It's just a book on which it's been written. So that is why the book is important. Like both the book and the pen are important, I'm guessing. But the book is important because everything is written over there. Okay. To clear these 4 quests in unfamiliar situation, the book will be paramount. Right. Now, here's the thing. Fuko's like, why me? Like, like, why are you giving me such an important mission? And she's like, oh, I would prefer for you to be the one do it, because you'll understand the reason will be clear once you see it. So she brings out, what is that even? There's a sakura petal in the back side of the book, and there's a barcode. Okay, I don't know. Sakura petal in the back, a blue colored book with a barcode on it. Oh wait, is that the? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Oh Oh no, that isn't. I went to the ending song because there was a scene in the ending song where Fuko's reading a book. That's a different book. That's a completely different book. It has like a design, like an embroidery. There's no sakura petal in the back of the book, so this is a completely different book. Never mind. I thought that was probably the book that Fuko was reading at the ending. Okay, never mind. All right, I'm not really sure what book is it, but yeah. Next episode will probably tell us. Right, and that's where it ended. So there you go. That was this episode. Like I said, there's so many things that we understand from this episode. There's a few things that I still have a little bit of confusion about, but I'm guessing these all will be explained little by little as we keep going. And yeah, so I don't think there is a need for me to go into detailed discussion because this was literally the detailed discussion. But I'm just going to go through the whole episode trying to see if I missed something. You know, so let me just do that just in case if I missed something. So the first scene we get to see, where is that? Oh, the opening song. Here's the thing, I after seeing the opening song today, I actually thought that this is like some parallel world thing going on because there's a certain scene. Where is it? Where we see like a pages of a book kind of moving. Where is that scene? Okay, here we go. Yeah, like there's like some pages with different things on it, which made me think this was like a symbolism of parallel world because that's literally how what a parallel world is. Like a book. Like every single page is different. Like it branches out like that. That is why I thought. But like I said, again, the whole situation we need to understand this. It's not really parallel world or time travel because Earth is being destroyed and being recontinued. But in a sense it is parallel world because what is parallel world? Parallel worlds are basically when certain important things happen in for example, in my life maybe there was a big opportunity for me to, I don't know, do something else, but I chose the other option. What would happen if in that point of time I choose the other option? Since my life is going in this particular direction, it would have gone in this particular direction. So as soon as such a choice happens, the world branches into two paths. One path is where I've chosen one option, the other path is where I've chosen another option. And that might branch into different parts more and more, making like a whole tree kind of thing. That is what parallel worlds are, like kind of like that. Like there might be a world where, like, I don't know, like maybe I am somehow extremely rich. Something happened, I won a lottery or something. Like back in the day, maybe like 10 years ago, there was a chance in my life where I had a choice of buying a lottery ticket, not buying a lottery ticket. In this world that I'm living, I haven't bought the lottery ticket, so I'm living my life like this. In that world, maybe I bought a lottery ticket and I actually won. And that is why there's a world, parallel world, where I'm living rich. I invested the money that I got and did a lot of things and I became extremely rich. There's a parallel world like that, I'm sure of it. It's kind of like that. That is literally what parallel worlds are. However, we have to understand this isn't parallel world, but at the same time what's happening here is kind of like parallel world because Jewish coming and changing the situation makes the world go in different directions. That is literally what a parallel world is, but at the same time it isn't, because this isn't really like in one, like it's not really like happening, like like what can I say, like it's not like one timeline. This is like a continuation of what's going on. Like Earth is getting destroyed and being recreated again, and different stuff are happening in that Earth, and then it's getting destroyed again and another Earth is being created. Different stuff are happening there, due to different choices. So technically it isn't a parallel world, but at the same time it is, I guess, in a way. But I don't know. That is why I think that is why they showed that scene in the opening with the pages of a book, that way. I don't know. Okay, so there you go. That was that. I just wanted to check that. Right. So there you go. Now, like I said, let me just see if I've missed something. First there was the whole section with Apocalypse and like Andy asking if Apocalypse, like if Fuko's brain will be okay or not, and they're like, yeah, it's fine, don't worry. Nico was like, she'll be fine. Right. Okay, wait, another thing. Oh, there's another thing that they explained here. I forgot to talk about it. The fact that Juice told them to lose that one where Galaxy was added. Here we go. You outright said there's no intent on clearing all the quests, just standing the force. Here we go. Very well, then we'll first mobilize all members towards creating quests 1, 2, and 3. Will accept the penalty. That's what she said. Yeah, why did she say that? Like, if we cannot make any mistake, like, so. Yeah, with Ragnarok drawing closer, why did she say that? That was Andy's question. Right. So they also talk about her familiarity with Victor and all that. Another thing that Shen says is that Andy hasn't really let him fully out in close for 200 years. Yeah, how do you know about Victor then? All those questions were answered, obviously. So they show how Yuma Galaxy was added. Okay. Yeah, and then Andy, not Andy, but Victor talked about what day, what week, all that stuff. At that point of time, days and weeks didn't exist. But after Galaxy was added, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was added. That is why it makes, like Shen was like, yeah, it seems like Victor knew about this from the beginning, as if he had lived in a world where Galaxy already existed. That kind of thing. Right, and that's where she explains everything. Wait, so I still don't understand, why did she let a Galaxy to be added? Is it because wait, let me think. Why did she want Galaxy to be added? Was it because there must be a reason, particular reason why she was like, okay. I cannot figure it out. But anyways, right, and then there's that whole explanation thing happens where she explains about the world, repeating events, all that stuff. She talks about herself, she talks about the arc, she talks about the loops and everything. She talks about how Victor knows everything, and like all that stuff. I talked about all of that. I'm not going to go through this part again. I'm just trying to see if I missed something. And the planet will be blown, it will be reformed by God, a meteorite that you call are basically the fragments of the previous world. Okay, then what proof do you have of the world looping? And she's like, that was a proof for the world looping. My own proof is that I know about Victor. I've known him for a long time. We were close. Right. So Foucault here kind of summarizes it. So yeah, basically world is getting destroyed. Victor is just being there. Like Juice uses Arc to go to the new world, and like we're trying to stop God, like that, and all that stuff. So she says like, I'm responsible for this, and everyone's like, it's fine, like I believe in your vision of justice. So they bring up a new like makeshift round table, and they're like, this will be fine, so they sit down and they're like, all right, let's talk about the quests, what we're supposed to do. Before we do the quest, there's one thing I need you guys to like do something, which is okay, wait a minute. We need to ascertain first being the location of the round table, yeah, that, and pinpoint their base of operation. They comment on the nuclear weapons and all that, All that stuff they need to figure out first. Apprehend Billy, crush under. Okay, there's something I would like Andy and Foucault for you guys to investigate. I wanted to check the legitimacy of a certain book. The chance that the pages of the book, yeah, and then she talks about it. And for a moment, I thought that she was going to tell them to go and find this book out or something. But so she already has that book. I think so. Yeah, that's what she brings out, doesn't she? I would like you to handle it. Once you see it, you'll understand. Okay, so yeah, for a moment I thought she was telling them to find that book out, but no, she has that book with her. That's what she brings out. And what she's saying, I want you to find out the legitimacy of the book. Okay, I see. But then again, I'm also kind of confused. Like Foucault said, like, why me? How can I find the legitimacy of a book? But that is when Juice said that, yeah, you know what, you will be able to do it. You'll understand when I show you the book. And like I said, I'm trying to see the book, but I'm not really understand. It has a blue cover. It has a sakura petal in the back. Is that a Foucault that I was going to say, is that a Foucault that the book is familiar with? Is that a book that Foucault is familiar with? Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back just a minute. Oh my god, wait. Let me look at the book again, just a minute. Once you see it, the reason will be clear. Okay. Here's the thing. Juice tells Foucault that you will be able to understand the legitimacy of a book. Once you see it, you'll understand. And I was trying to think, what type of book does Foucault know about? The only thing that's coming to my mind is the manga that she reads. Is that the manga? I'm not really, I don't remember what the manga looked like. That's why I cannot remember. Was it like a blue book? Was her manga colored in blue with the sakura petal in the back? Because that's the only book I've seen that Foucault has any connection with. You know, in the first episode, when Andy, after that fight, you remember, what was that? Which scene was it? I remember Foucault being, treated. Oh, when Victor came out for the first time. Yeah, then, like Foucault was in a hospital for a moment and she woke up and Andy was there sitting beside her reading that book. That was that book, wasn't it? Yeah, the manga that she was reading. Yeah, that's the only book I've seen she has any connection to. So it would make sense that, oh, is that the reason why they showed in the very first episode? They actually showed a part of the manga, if you remember what happened in the manga. Like the very first scene, the art style and everything was so different, and I was like, what's happening here? Like they showed like a world where there's snow and everything, and a boy and a girl, kind of like something I've forgotten most of the part, but something like that they showed. Is that why they showed that? They animated that section because whatever is written in this book is going to happen or has happened in the past. That's probably why. Okay, you know what? I'm like 80% sure that it's the manga. I'm 80% sure that's the manga. Because it would make sense why they would show that scene then. In the very first episode. Like, I thought they just showed it just because, like whatever. Yeah, let us just show it. But maybe there was a deeper meaning behind them showing that scene. And now we'll get to know that, why they showed that scene. That was like some kind of high-level foreshadowing or something. Yeah, it would make sense if that's the case. Okay, you know what? I'm like 80% sure it is a manga at this point, because this is the only book we've seen Foucault read, and Juice wants her to find out the legitimacy, and that's why, because she reads this book all the time. Okay. No, you know what? Maybe. You know what? I think I understand what's happening. This book isn't the manga that Foucault's reading, but this is a version from the previous world. You know what I'm trying to say? Juice probably picked this book up in the previous world, and she picked it up, and since this is a world from the previous book, she's like, oh, Foucault, since you read this manga, you've read the manga version of this world, so here I have a version of the previous world, So I want you to compare this with your manga and see if the same thing happens. If that's how it goes, then it will confirm the legitimacy. So it's technically, again, all speculations. Technically, it isn't really, this book isn't really the manga from this world, but this manga is from another world. And that's why she brought this, and she wants Foucault to ascertain whether what's written in this particular book matches with the book that she reads. Or something like that. I don't know. Like, this is the only way she can find out the legitimacy, I think. But let's wait and see. And there you go, that is it. Like I said, this whole episode had a lot of information. I understood most of it, but there's a few new questions that popped up in my head. Like I said, I kind of talked about everything throughout this whole discussion. I think there was like 3 main points that I'm still concerned about. Number 1, how is what is arc and what is its particular use? Number 2, how does Victor go to the new world? Is he just there on the world? Because world is getting destroyed. It's not really, like, world isn't staying there. So Victor cannot stay on Earth. It's getting shattered. So Victor, what does happen? What, Victor is like in space or something? Then how does he go to the new world? That's another question I have. And there was another question I had. What was it? There was another question I talked about. I've forgotten it already. But these few questions I have, and I'm guessing they'll all be explained eventually. If not, and if this is something that I was supposed to understand but I wasn't, then you can let me know in the comments. If this will be explained in the future and this is like a spoiler, goes in spoiler territory, please do not spoil in the comments. That's what I'm trying to say. If it's something that I'm supposed to understand but I'm not, you can let me know. But if it's something that will be revealed later, then no, then please refrain from letting me know about anything. Yeah, so there you go, that is it. So thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Undead Unluck. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.